Good ball game. Two very, very good offensive teams going tit for tat. We kind of had it where we wanted it late in the first half, and then midway through the second half, we stopped making free throws and took a bad shot and turned it over once or twice, and then they got some confidence and knocked down I don't know how many straight threes, and then we had a ball game. So we had a close one. Got to four. I think they had the ball down four, and then we got to stop, and I think Rano executed well. He got the ball in the post, found Marcus when they double teamed him, and Marcus got the layup, and shortly thereafter Brown knocks down a big three with tremendous courage, let's say, after being 1 for 17 in his last 17 three-point attempts. So come out with a 12-point win. So it's a good team, and we're glad we got that W.
You mentioned that shot, coaches. How big was that when they cut the deficit to 4?
Brown's shot, yeah, it was obviously very big. I think the lead went to 9 at that point, maybe, as I recall. I think it was 6 to 9 or 8 to 11 or 4 to 7. I don't know, but anyway, it was a big shot, and he had gone 1 for 17. I didn't know that. I'm not sure he did either, but I'm not sure he would even care. He just, he's wide open, and if he's going to be out there and play in the 3 spot, he's going to have to make that shot. And he's been shooting a pretty good percentage for most of the year. He's just going to have to get in the gym and work through that.
You did a couple things tonight that you don't do very often. You called a timeout when you were aggravated about they're getting behind your defense, and then you went to the zone. What were your thought process, especially the zone?
Well, we had the game, like as I said, I think we were up 14 or 16 or maybe even more, and Landry came down and he made that one boneheaded play where he threw a bullet at Darrell Willis's knees, actually behind Darrell. And there's no way Darrell could catch it in transition, but they turned that into points. And then on the very next possession, Marcus decides to do an NBA 3 off the catch in transition, and then they threw over the top and got the easiest basket of the night for them. I don't know what was going on with my guards, why they weren't back. So at that point, that team looked tired, and mentally tired as much as physically tired when you do those type things. So I subbed in, and when I went with the other group, you got Shaq and Darrell and Richard playing the 3, which he doesn't normally do. We didn't have great matchups for man-to-man. So it worked for a while, and then they started raining 3s again, and but Richard knocked in a couple on his own, which were big plays. And late in the game, we had that big lineup in, and we executed beautifully, and got the ball to Shaq right under the basket. I don't know what happened, but he ends up missing a shot badly, and Marcus goes over the back for a foul, and they go to the line and shoot free throws. And then the very next possession, we get it to Darrell in his sweet spot, and he pushes off. So, we executed. We just got to make the plays at the end.
There was a couple moments where guys were really getting on the floor, getting after the rebounds. I know Landry had one, Austin had one. Were you impressed with the toughness of these guys, especially after the deficit was cut?
The nice answer would be yes. But if you've been around here for a while, that's not something we get real jacked up about. But we expect it. It's more expected. You're going to dive for loose balls. This is conference play. You're trying to strive for perfection, and the ball's loose, you get on it. You're the first to the floor. So the nice answer is yes, I was impressed.
You mentioned McDuffie, that NBA 3 that you weren't happy with. However, obviously played very well offensively tonight. But how much of a work in progress is he still to get all facets of the game that you want him to?
Well, I mean, he's a tremendous talent. That let's start there, and he's a wonderful young man. He's got to think the game a little more, and those are things that we're working on him with. He's got this youthful exuberance as a player, which you love, but at times there needs to be a little more laser focus on the task and the execution. But he's talented enough that if you're not in our practices and don't know what we're trying to achieve, you would never know. He just makes it look real easy, and that's a blessing. It's a blessing for him. It's a blessing for us, and we're certainly glad that he's really, really good, but he also has room for improvement.
spacing and their shooting, is that what makes them so difficult?
Well, they've got shooters all over the court. They've probably got shooters, on the bench. I'm sure Porter can probably shoot it. So, I mean, everybody on their squad seems to shoot the three and shoot it deep and shoot it well, and they space you out really well, and they run some good stuff. I mean, he's been doing this for a while, and he's a very good coach. So, I just think that we'll need to do a better job, point of attack on Milton Doyle. He's the kind of the stir for the drink and the straw, if you will, and he's talented, and he gets going downhill. I mean, now I see why Andre Jackson shoots 70% going into the game. Now he's probably shooting 75 after tonight. He's unbelievable. But he gets a lot of easy ones.
Last drive that Doyle had, Rondo did a good job, I guess, just of walling up. That seems to be something he does well.
He's very good at it. It's the best we have. Yep. He walls up, and that's legal even when you're in the charge circle. If you jump and your feet are off the ground and that you're straight up and they jump into you, even if they initiate the contact, there's no foul. So that's what we've got to get the other guys to do, to jump. But we don't have any. He's the only guy we have 6'10" until next year. So